what are the softwares or tools required for jobs like sales, marketing, business development? And I'll connect another question to this.
Okay.
Nowadays, there's more into machine learning, coding, programming, knowledge also required in few jobs. So, how much there should be a balance between coding, programming with the basic tools of Excel, PowerPoint, and everything?
um, Good question. Like the thing is, for the tools, it really doesn't. It depends on the company. So
Mm-hmm.
different companies have different tools they use. If I'm looking at marketing or business development or sales jobs, you don't need to have specialized knowledge of how to code in Python. Because you're never
Then
going to use
that's a good sign.
you're never going to use that anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just to find the right balance. And you need to decide for yourself what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to be an expert in coding,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to dedicate your time into becoming an expert in coding. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't be needed in a marketing role because you don't need to code in a marketing role.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you can code, right? And I don't mean coding in Python. You can code in VBA, right?
Yeah.
If you can code in VBA, and you're in a marketing role, you bring an extra value, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of data, there are a lot of standardization that is needed. That you bringing that knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
right, can make you stand out because an average marketing manager might not know how to code.
Mm-hmm.
If you are coming with a VBA knowledge, right, with tons of data out there, market data that you need to streamline to get out the information you're looking for, and then you are the one that aggregates all that data, you use your knowledge and like, hey, this is where the market is, this is where we're going. There's an added value, right? And you can sell that in your application. You can sell that in your job application when you're applying next time. I see you bring this added value. However, it's not something that is a deal breaker.
Okay.
I would say. So if you're going on the management track or you're doing management, of course, there are tools these days for sales. For example, it would be nice if you know how to use Salesforce, right? Because companies are getting into Salesforce. It would be nice if you understand how to play around with data visualization tools like Power BI or Tableau. Those general tools are really good to know, but there wouldn't be deal breakers. Marketing is a bit more different, right? So marketing, you need to think, okay, where is the market at the moment? How can we make our product reach the customer? And you need to be a bit more creative, right? In the sales part, you need to say, okay, yeah, how can we sell the product that the marketing guys have marketed out, right? And get the money back to the company. So all these kind of things are different nuances that you need to think about. But of course, if you have this coding programming skills, it will not hurt your chances.
Yeah, and since you have also now got to know, like since last year after the COVID and everything happened, so more of the business are moving online.
Online.
And last when like I was seeing jobs more before last year also, there were pretty less jobs for marketing in Germany. But after this COVID and everything happened, nowadays more businesses are moving online. Digital marketing came into boom. Like there are many startups now, they're hiring for marketing. So what is the future for marketing jobs, particularly digital marketing and also the general marketing stuff and communications? Yeah.
I think there is a high rise in digital marketing jobs. Just because you see where the market is going, right? And you see that since every business is going online, you need more digital marketers, right? You need people who understand digital marketing, and it's good to make a differentiation here. Digital marketing is different from traditional marketing. In a way, right? There's some overlaps, right? If you're in traditional marketing, you don't need to know SEO optimization, you don't need to know SEA optimization, all this kind of stuff. You don't need to know them. However, as a digital marketer, you need to know all this kind of stuff, right? How do you actually optimize your website? If you're talking about startups who have products, they want to see, okay, how can we reach more people based on what we are at the moment, where we are at the moment. So this is why you see digital marketing on the rise. For the future, I think that is still going to continue. So marketing and sales, marketing is a very important function for any organization.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually say there is nothing like build it and they would come. So I don't know if you've heard of that. So a lot of times people think if you build a product, people will just come rushing to buy it.
Yeah,
that is not true.
It's never going to happen.
That is never going to happen. You need to say, okay, how can I get my product? How can I put this product in the face of the consumer and tell him the benefits this product has, right? And this is where marketing comes in, right? So we need to say, okay, how can we market this product? Which is why you always need a marketing manager. You always need someone in marketing.
Yeah, it's more important than supply chain and logistics, because if your product is not sold, how will you do the other functions?
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to go into which is more important or not, but if you're looking at supply chain and logistics, also quite interesting functions. Another question could be into digitalizations, right? So which is easier to digitalize? Can you take out you could say the future with machine learning, with artificial intelligence, all this kind of stuff? Are we going to need supply chain analysts, or are we going to need managers? That is a different question for another time. But I think marketing is very important for an organization, and you will still find organizations looking for marketing managers. And for digital marketing, for example, it's still coming up. So I see a boom in that space because it's still not, especially in Germany. I think COVID is rapidly making this come faster. But in the next 5 years, I see a boom in digital marketing positions because as businesses keep on going online, digital marketing will continue to become very important.
Yeah. What are your tips or advice you would like to give to the candidates who are watching this video, and these tips that can help the candidates in their longer run, particularly in their professional career in Germany, and not just professional career, but also related to studies, because you have also gone through the phase of studying and everything, and also the professional career. So it would be great to know. Yeah. The mistakes that the candidate will not make, that you made some way or the other in your life, and you feel now that I would like to tell these things to candidates so that they can be prepared for the worst. Yeah.
I started with studies, right? And I mentioned this already in the beginning. Right from the time you come to Germany, right from the day you step into Germany, you should already have a plan of what you want to, or how you want to tackle your job application process, right? That is the first thing. The second thing is, right from the time you come, make learning German your priority. It's people underestimate this. I know it's difficult to combine everything, but it's really important to make this a priority. So once you do that, find a balance. And I like that you asked me that question about grades. Find balance, that you have a balance between, I want to be strong academically, and it's not something you should play lightly with, right? It's not. I'm not saying you should not take that important, but I want to be strong academically, but I also want to see, okay, what do I need to add in my portfolio, right? And then you make sure that you have this covered. That is one aspect. The second aspect is start building your personal brand. This sound a bit very, very fluffy, but with LinkedIn these days, you can use it to your advantage to do that. And once you do that, right, so you have this plan in place, that you can now say, okay, this is where I am today, and this is what I need to get me to where I want to go, because you've thought about it. So I mentioned Blisscareer is my website. The one, so I founded Blisscareer last year to help international students like your audience out there that are struggling, right, to get into the job market, because it's really tough as international students, right? And that's the aim, because I have been through it myself. I remember when I was applying for jobs in 2014, it felt like I was not going to get anything, because I was just getting rejections upon rejections upon rejections, and I was like, okay, I think I'm done with this, right? So and that's why I founded Blisscareer. And of late, I also started a YouTube channel just to see, okay, how can I convey my information out there, right? And the idea about this is it's always good to find a support system.
Yeah.
Because there are people who have been there and there are people who know how to help. And just find a support system, ask your questions, and see where you can actually benefit from. The last point then is in your professional career. A lot of people think that it's just finding a job and that's it. There's a lot of stuff that goes in, right? So once you find a job, you start the job, then you need to be asking yourself, okay, what can I do to develop in this job? I'm sure you don't want to stay in a role for 5 years without any development, right? So you say, ask yourself, what can I do to develop in this job? Remember that you're an international student. Remember that you're not German. And remember that you need to work extra hard to get you what you want. And that is very important. And nothing would come to you at a platter of gold. You need to put in the effort. And I think this is what I would say. And if there's any questions, you can always ask. And more specific ones to see how one could help better.
Yeah, so I would highly recommend the audience to check the website there in the description. I'll put the link of his website, Blisscareers, in the description. And I think he has also started the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. I also say a YouTube channel. Yeah, exactly.
So guys, you can also
the idea there is to, exactly.
And you can explain. I mean, you can explain a few things about the YouTube channel also. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the YouTube channel I just started not long ago, and the idea there is just so. In addition, I have a podcast on the website as well on Blisscareer. So once your audience go there, they'll see a podcast. But the idea of the YouTube channel is to go a bit more deeper and to sharing some of these tools, these ideas to help them in their job search process.
To check out the channel and also the podcast on the channel and also the YouTube channel. So there's much interactive content, everything related to cover letter, job, CVs, everything related to podcast you can check out on the Blisscareer website. And lastly, thanks a lot, Dan, for giving your precious time and also your precious weekend, because I can understand like coming on weekend doing podcasts. So thanks a lot for that. Thanks a lot. And this session was particularly important for me as well, because I'm quite inclined in towards marketing, and this thing will definitely help me out. I'll take all the useful insights from this video and this podcast. So thanks a lot for your time, and thanks a lot. Yeah,
thanks, and thanks good for right for bringing me on. Very much appreciated, and I wish you all the best as well.
Yeah,
and you can always reach out whenever you want.
So you can also check out his LinkedIn. I'll put the description of the link in the description, so you can also connect with him on LinkedIn. He's super active on LinkedIn as well. Yeah.
All right. Take care then. Yeah.